Hey guys, I'm Moises, and today I want to talk about secrets that will make other people like you. And I know what I'm talking about because recently I've been going to a lot of events where I'm meeting new people, and I go into rooms and I don't know anybody in the room. And I want to make a good impression. And these are the tips that I've learned over the years that will make others just want to be with you and talk to you. First of all, just know it's completely normal to be nervous when you go into a room full of people that you don't know. Even I get nervous, and I consider myself a really confident guy. But even I get, a little bit, sweaty palms when I walk into a room and I don't know anyone. But I also view it as a challenge because it's a chance for you to use your social skills, for you to be human. So, tip number one is that most of the times in these types of situations, the other people are just as nervous or even more nervous than you. So, you need to come to that realization that everybody's kind of feeling the same way. I mean, sure, there might be somebody there that knows somebody already or is expecting someone, so they have that feeling of assurance that they're gonna meet up with a friend. But sometimes, people are there alone. And if you're there and you see another person and they look even worse off than you with nerves, the number one thing you can do to like diffuse the situation is go ahead and introduce yourself. That nervous person is actually going to appreciate you coming up to them and introducing yourself because they want to form a human connection and you want to stop feeling weird too. So the best thing you can do is for the both of you to get together, introduce each other, and who doesn't want somebody nice to introduce themselves to you? I mean, how would you feel if I came up to you at a party and was like, "Hey, I'm Moises. What's your name?" As humans in this society, we're programmed to automatically put the hand back out. So it's already comforting just that this common societal interaction is going on. And from then on, you start learning about the other person, they learn about you, and then you have like this little mini instant friend. And from then on, the whole atmosphere becomes more relaxed for the both of you. And from then on, also, you see the other people come in and you're like, do you know them? Do you know them? And you just get on talking like normal people, right?
But Moises, I'm a fraidy cat. I'm afraid to talk to people.
Afraid of what? What's the worst thing that could happen? They're gonna walk away and not want to talk to you? Oh my God, I'll die if that happens. No, you won't. You'll just find somebody else to talk to. But one of the best things about doing this, the being the guy that introduces himself to the person, is that that person you introduced yourself to is gonna remember you, and you're gonna leave a lasting impression in that person's mind. Because later on, weeks later, even months later, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I remember I went to that event, and that one guy or that one girl came up to me and introduced themselves to me, and they were so nice." Because it is a very nice thing to do, and don't we all want nice people around us, nice things to happen to us? Well, that change starts with you. Be that nice person. Be that initiator. It's a much more empowering feeling to be like that than to just be the guy or girl at the party, just sitting there nervous, looking around, feeling uneasy. Take the initiative and be that social instigator of relaxation. This is another incredibly important tip when you go to these social gatherings and are trying to meet people. It is important to remember a person's name. And I know the majority of the times we're so nervous that we're just thinking of what's going to come out of our mouth and we're like pre-thinking it, that when they say their name and they're like, "Hi, my name is John," we're just thinking, "Oh, my name is Moises. I do this and that and that." Like we don't even focus on the person because we're so into ourselves and what we're going to say that we don't even remember the name. Well, there is a tip on how to remember names. And if you know this, you know this. And if you don't, I'm teaching it to you now. You have to associate the person's name with an adjective or something weird and bizarre. Like let's say I was meeting a girl called Erin. I would immediately she'd be like, "Hi, I'm Erin." And I'd be like, "Oh, hi, Erin." And in my mind, I'd create a link to Erin with something else that matches with the word E. So I would call her Energetic Erin. And then I'd imagine in my head her running on a treadmill. Now, just creating that image makes it so much easier to then remember her later on at the party because I'll just see her again and I'll be like, "Oh, the girl on the treadmill, energetic Erin. And if you do that for every person, uh, it does make it like 90% more likely that you're going to remember their name. So if you met somebody called, Brandon, you would then be like, okay, Brandon Walsh from 90210. Like that's the immediate first thing I would think of because I used to like that show, and it's like a glamorous show. I'd be like, okay, that's Brandon Walsh, and especially if he looks like him, or if not, you just think of some other Brandon. Just make the association yourself. Bratty Brandon. You think of a brat called Brandon. You do that for every name. It makes it much easier, and then at the end of the night, people are going to appreciate that you actually know their name after just hearing it one time. Because there is no sweeter sound to a person's ear than their own name. Believe it or not, that's a fact. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week. I'm trying to make one long form video a week, and this is as long as it's going to be this week. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and watch my shorts because, I'm blowing up. And, I'm kind of a big deal. And I'm going to become a bigger deal. So please subscribe. Love you all.